welcome to my channel, True Crime and Other Stuff. My name is Cheryl. Today I'm going to talk about the Preppy Killer. This was the first case that ever got me started in true crime. I was 15 years old when this story came out. It was 1986 in August. Robert Chambers was 20 years old. He was 6'3", 190 pounds. He was handsome, went to elite schools. All the girls had a crush on him. And Jennifer Levin was 18 years old, young, beautiful, and she was a week away from going to college. They were hanging out at Dorian's bar where all the rich kids hung out. Jennifer left the bar with Robert at around 4 a.m. They were headed towards Central Park. The next morning, a bicyclist found the body of a young woman, and she called the police. Robert was across the street, just staring. The police had told the onlookers to leave. They didn't realize Robert was a suspect until later, after questioning people at the bar. They said she left with Robert, so they got to question Robert, and they noticed he had scratch marks on his face. He said the scratch marks came from his cat. The cat had been declawed, so they knew he was lying. Then, when he was at the police station, he said he didn't mean to, that she had tied his hands behind his back with her underwear, and she was on top of him and was hurting him, and he got one of his arms free and hit her off of him. He said, "I liked her very much. She was a friend of mine." The tabloids and the papers went wild. The victim blaming was through the roof. They went crazy, saying things like, "Inside the preppy suspect's mind, cops say he watched us find the body." And "girls slaying suspect says sex play got rough." Yeah, they dragged Jennifer through the mud. Robert was dubbed the Preppy Killer. Jennifer's injuries were way worse than an accident. She had marks on her neck, and one of her eyeballs had popped out. Her jacket was used to kill her, and he stole her earrings and her cash. Can you believe that? Her purse was strewn all over the place, and it looked like a struggle had occurred. And he dragged her a few feet and left her body under a tree. Went across the street and watched them find her. Robert finally pled guilty to manslaughter, sentenced to 5 to 15 years. He served all 15 years due to bad behavior in prison. He got out of prison, and he was out for about 5 years and then got put back in prison for selling drugs and assault. He got 19 years. He got more time for selling drugs than he did for killing Jennifer Levin. They did make a law after this case. It's a bill that was passed. The sexual past of a crime victim is no longer permissible in court. Robert Chambers is up for parole in 2023. He will be 57 years old. So, that was a story that made me really get into true crime. I was 15 years old when this happened, so it was really close to me because they were only a few years older than me. And this is one of the stories that was just really in the public eye. And people just went crazy talking about her being sexual and this and that. And they were all rich kids and they had good lives, and how could something like this happen? Yeah, it was a really crazy story. Well, thank you for listening, and if you like my content, please subscribe, like, and share, and comment. Thank you for your support.